everyone. I'm Rebecca Lombardo, co-founder of the 100 Collection, the insider's guide to the best vacation rental stays and fractional CMO. Today, I am here with Alex from CanMonkey. Hello, Alex.
Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for having me.
I'm never going to forget your name because that is also my oldest son's name. So good one.
Good. I'm glad. So it's a good name, solid name, and you won't forget me. So that's good.
Perfect. So CanMonkey is a great name to just even ask about. So can you please tell me what CanMonkey does?
Yeah. So CanMonkey is the first trash to curb, can to curb service provider in the country. We've now turned ourselves into a marketplace. So we are more now tech company than we were when we first originally started. So now we're a logistics and technology company that is a platform for hosts and owners to put their properties on, to add onto a route to where we have can runners that will take your cans to the curb or back, depending on the day that is needed. We've now done this in 15 states, over 80 cities. And really fine-tuned our systems and processes. And each city has different idiosyncrasies, but for the most part, we've learned how to do it really well and take from each person that we go into the market, learn how they've done it, apply some of those, but then also use what has already worked for us and not recreate the wheel.
So you're literally taking a trash can from beside a property out to the curb. Is that correct?
That's it. Yes, we are instruction takers, really good instruction takers. And essentially, we're taking the cans to the curb day before pickup. And then the following day, returning them back to the original location after the city empties the cans out. We have timestamp photos, their geolocation. So from now, like when there's different HOAs or different regulations, there's neighbors that know that that's an Airbnb or STR. They don't like that, so they're trying to call and get them in trouble. We've already been able to save our clients HOA fines, different write-ups, because our timestamp photos show that the can actually was back at a certain time or at the curb at a certain time. So with different things that are happening, that's what I'm saying. Each city has different idiosyncrasies. Some cities have 2 trash days a week. Some only have 1. Some have recycling every other week. Like every single person's business is a little bit different. So when we learn about how they've been managing their trash and recycling cans, for me, this is our full-time job. And then when I learn about what they're doing with their 80 properties, and then it's like another full-time job for them. I can only imagine, like, because here we are just focusing on trash. They don't have the technology or the wherewithal that we do. And so when people are able to look at their business and say, hey, one of our biggest issues is trash, and they're able to just hand that over to a vendor that is literally, that's their only job, is to manage that for them, it really helps them now focus on getting more properties, which is their bread and butter. Go get 100 properties, 120 properties, and now in the back end, whenever you have any trash issues, you just give it to CanMonkey like you would your pool company, your landscaper, your cleaner, whatever it is. So we're new in that thought process of, A, here's another cost on your P&L that you're going to need. And B, this is what your owners are going to need, your guests are going to need, and also help you get your reviews. But what people don't understand is they're already paying that cost somehow, some way, because they're getting the bad reviews right now, or their cleaners or their maintenance team or their guests are doing it. So just because the P&L doesn't show a cost, they are paying it somehow, some way. Like the cans have to get out and back. And even if the cleaner does it one way, who's doing it back? It's just a headache. So yeah, we've really kind of stumbled onto this by accident because it was for homeowners. But what we really found, and we still do that, but the vacation rental was really our niche. So we've really gung-ho in that. And that's a long answer, but that's it.
Well, my next thought is, of course, the condos, right? So I can picture a house with a driveway and that, but when you get into these condo buildings, you can do that as well in that type of property?
Yeah. So I hate saying no to anyone. So we'll look at every situation. But if the condo has a garage and it has a trash can that sits in the garage, it's perfect for us. And so when we went to Park City from the Phoenix market, when we first expanded, 99% of the properties that we had in Park City, all the trash cans were in the garage. And we were like, oh my gosh, we can't do this. And they're like, why not? Here's the garage code. Can you just do it? And we're like, well, yeah, I guess we can. So we went into a new market with this, the scarcity mindset of we couldn't do, when in reality we could do it. It was just instruction taking. We had to get the garage code. This is so now we've been in that market for 3.5 years, and all the market or all the properties in that market has garages. So like those are mostly all condos. They're like 3-story condos with the garages in the bottom. And it's adamant that those trash cans get taken out on time because it stinks, it's in a house essentially. So we've been able to do that, especially in the Phoenix market. There's a lot of condos and apartments that are, that already been built, that are now converting to condos, and we're getting calls now from the condo associations to where we can just be their trash solution. What they have it for apartments, and we don't do apartments per se, but we're taking that concept and doing it for the condos that have the trash cans that get wheeled for the city.
So what would you say is kind of your uniqueness, your unique, I don't want to say specialty because this is clearly already a specialty, but like what's super cool about CanMonkey?
I think the CanMonkey was just the first to really scale this and help as many as we can in doing the can to curb. The can to curb, it's really simple, but it's really complex at the same time. If you have trash and recycling cans that go out on separate days of the week, that means you're there 4 times that week. That means you're there 16 times a month. So when you really break it down in some of this, this task that we're providing, it's really simple, but it's 16 times I'm at your property, taking the can to the curb and back. And if I mess up once for whatever issues, that's 15 out of 16, 92% accuracy. You're going to think I'm not that good. So like what's really unique about us is that we've really perfected this simple task, that this is all we focus on for 5 years. So when our clients trust us on handing us over their properties or handing us over their money making asset, we're making sure that they're not getting any fines. We're making sure that the neighbors are happy, they're staying compliant. And that's what I think that we do really good, is really build that technology out for us to help us have all those eyes and ears on the cans at the property to make sure that we're everywhere at the same time, but still just in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. So who are you a good fit for? Like, would you describe your ideal client profile as being a certain type? Do I have to have 5, 50, 100 properties to work with you guys?
I think a perfect fit would be anyone in their business that is getting drawn down by the trash. If you're even thinking about trash as being an issue, that's someone that you should think about CanMonkey. Even if you don't sign up right away, it's maybe you just have that on the back burner. So now when you get to 10 properties or 12 properties, that's it for you. There's some people that have one and that's enough for them. I just met with a company this week that had 550 properties across 8 markets, and they've been able to scale it until this point. So it's like each people have different, everyone has a system or solution is what I found. Sometimes it's 50% or 75% at best. And then it gets to a point where they just don't want to manage anymore. So, but a good fit for us is anyone. I mean, we have homeowners that are elderly that, can't do it. And we have, vacation rental clients that have 100+ properties. It's just if they know that there's a service that can provide this for them and they're like, no, what, I'm just done. And they want to pay, $49 a month for the trash cans to get taken to the curb and back, we're a good fit for you.
Okay. So, if you think about all of the clients that you're working with right now and you think about your happiest client, why are they so happy with you?
I think for the most part is that when you're building your business, you're thinking internally, right? Like, so if you're the CEO of your company, the next person you hire is like your most important client. And what's happening that with these CEOs or these people that I'm talking to at the highest level of these companies, what they're really relieved on is that they get to put their key employees back in the position that they're really meant to do. Right now, if their key employees, their maintenance guy or maintenance woman or whatever, whoever's doing their cleaning company, and then now they're getting fatigued, they're getting annoyed that they go back and take the trash can to the curb, or now they put that trash bag in their trunk, and now you just lost your best cleaner because they have to deal with the trash can. That's not good for your business, right? So it's like one of those things is that like I found that we've been able to give back the power to their team. And then now for the owner, they're like, you know what? Yeah, I got to write a check to you guys every month, but at the same time, they're all happy and they're now doing the jobs they're actually meant to do. And I was actually paying more because I pay that person $50 an hour and they're running around town taking the cans to the curb. So thank you. So it depends on how you see it, but how I see it from my level when I meet with these CEOs or the founders of these companies, that they're really relieved that their team now gets to focus on the stuff that they hired them for. Because you don't think about trash being a real person that you need to put in place. And so that's what we've done, is really show them like, oh wow, there's a whole vendor for the trash solutions, just like there's a vendor for pools, a vendor for cleaning. There's vendors for a lot of things, but there was no vendor for can to curb, trash to curb. That's what I think that we've done really well, as getting that out there.
Yeah. And if you think about finding a good cleaning company these days, like seems like a small price to pay to keep them happy and keep them around.
And they feel empowered now that they can really do their job. And so what happens sometimes is now the cleaners are reaching out to us that whenever there's trash there, they just say, hey, there's trash to this property. So now our client is even more happy because they have more eyes on, because ultimately all our clients want is that they want 5-star reviews. They want the guests to have a good experience. And some guests just look for anything to complain about. And so if they see trash left from the last guest, that's an easy thing to complain about. And so, it's just, if you can eliminate all those little, things that can get away from the negative reviews, then you're setting yourself up for success. So setting yourself up with the right people on your team to make sure that they're cleaning, that they're removing the trash, that the lawn looks good, the pool looks good. It takes a team and a village. And so we're just focusing on that one aspect.
So is there a prerequisite to work with you guys? Do I have to have a certain PMS or anything?
No. So when we started this, it was really just, you had to be in our market, so obviously, if you're in a state that we're not in or a city we are not in, I can't service you. But if you're in a market that we're in, say Austin, Texas, or Phoenix, Arizona, or Nashville, one of those markets, and you had one property, I can add you on. The only thing that I would need is say like, hey, this sounds great. I got 50 properties, and I don't see you servicing Idaho. With 50 properties, we could get started in a new market. With around 25 to 30 properties that we're looking to sign up for our services, we can build a route around that and get going. So that would be the only thing that you would need to know if we're not in your market, is that if you or some other, friendly competition around you are looking for a solution, and you're like, hey, I heard about this CanMonkey company. You can put your 10, our 10, we have 30 properties together. They can come out here. That's something that we've done before as well, where it's not really, competitors, but more collaboration. If you are having this, issue, and some other people are having the issue, and there's a company that can come out there, you guys just putting your forces together and say, hey, here's our properties. And so we've done that before. That's how we've also scaled, is getting in with clients that have 25 plus properties or multiple people, and got into a new market that way.
Okay. And where are you based?
We're based in Tempe, Arizona. We were founded in Scottsdale, Arizona. But I like that you don't know that. So I like that, I even locally, when like an issue would happen and someone's like, okay, I'll just drive the property. Like, we can't drive there because what if we weren't in that market? We got to act like we're not here. So it's helped us kind of keep that thought process of like, I don't want anyone to know where we're at, because I don't want them to think that we can't service them in that market. And we really are a tech company, so as much as I was kind of fighting it at first, like, we're not a tech company, we are a tech and logistics company. The fact that we're doing all this with 6 people full-time in Tempe, Arizona, managing, 550 active can runners, 5,000 properties across, 15 states is, I pinch myself every morning. So it is crazy how we're doing it, but we really just focus on our own little, niche, and that's it.
Yeah, you're doing your one thing.
That's it.
So if somebody wants to get in touch with you or work with CanMonkey, what would you suggest?
Alex@canmonkey.com is my personal email. I love when people reach out. If you go to our website, canmonkey.com, there's a vacation rental side website right when you pop up, right when you log in or go on. You can see the markets that we're in. You can put in inquiry if you have some properties, if you want to call back. LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram. Any way to reach out, appreciate it. We'll get back to you. But yeah, we're always open to, conversations. Like I said, if we're already in the market, I would love for any opportunity, with whether it's 1 property or 10 properties, to get someone, on our routes. And yeah, just looking to keep taking care of our clients and keep scaling at the rate we're going.
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Alex. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you, Rebecca. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.